I literally did this and it doesn't even show on camera. So fun. Anyways, I do writing sometimes. And if you couldn't tell by the... Oh, should I have put in earrings? No. Anyway. Anyways. If I can start the video. No, I can't. I have to restart. No, I'm not. This is staying in here. I think it's funny. Anyways. I am on the wrong Google Drive. Welcome to my video. I'm gonna be reading fanfiction that I wrote. Oh, I'm Haunted Faye. Hi. Nice to meet you, I guess. Or not, if I already met you. I'm sorry you came back. You can tell when I film these videos because my hair is going to change drastically between them. Or my hair changed drastically between my last video and this one because I filmed that last video months ago. And this is my new hair. Do I look crazy? I probably look crazy. It's fine. I always look crazy. Because I am... Where am I going? I am going to my Food Wars fanfiction because that's what this video is about, and I spent 1 minute and 50 seconds and counting not even introducing this video, just being necklaces never want to stay correctly. Oh my god. There's a charm on here. And I am going to delay the video until I find it. Hello? Here it is. It's a triangle. I got it from Claire's, I think. Anyway. No, I might have gotten these from Claire's too. Anyways. Fanfiction time. I've tried to record this video before and I couldn't because people kept texting me, because people always text me when I'm filming videos. They never want to text me any other time, only when I'm filming. Because I have tried to film Minecraft videos and then I have to stop because my screen recording gets so crowded with all the text that people send me. Because I'm just that popular, but only on days that I record. Is that my shadow? That's my shadow. I'm paranoid. Anyways, I'm just gonna be reading from my document. I'll probably be editing because I don't edit, so I'll be editing while I talk, basically. So that's gonna go great. So I hope you like Food Wars, and mindless chatter because it's 3 minutes in now. 3 minutes 30 and I have not gotten started the video, and I'm not gonna edit any of this, so I'm gonna try and do voices. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna try it because I feel like that would be fun. I'm not very good at voices though because like I'm just not. Yeah. Anyways. Disclaimer, this is not how synesthesia works. I am not a doctor, nor am I a chef. Oh my god. I was gonna give a little summary of what the thing... Basically, it's just a girl with synesthesia and she goes to Totsuki. That's it. That's the premise. This is not how synesthesia works. I am not a doctor, nor am I a chef. I used Google for these recipes, and I will not apologize. I'm going off of the anime, specifically the dub. Bon appetit. Totsuki. Only accepting the best spelling chefs in the world, it is an internationally renowned culinary institute. Attending in itself is an honor. Making it to graduation is a practical guarantee of success in the world of food. When it was first formed, they accepted anyone who could meet their high expectations. As the years went on, however, you wretched lowly plebeian, you may no longer sit next to me. It's gotten a little elitist. Well, more elitist. It was never really a great place for the monetarily doubt. I was being nice. I was trying to be nice. The poor. Don't get me wrong, if you have skill, you can get in. Oh, don't get me wrong, if you have the skill, you can still get in. The school has plenty of scholarships for promising students, but most of them are scouted from middle school, so the transfer exam is filled with people who call people commoners. Some failed the middle school exam, some only just decided they loved cooking, and most are taking it to appease their families or secure their family legacies. For a food industry tycoon, a child who graduated from Totsuki is the best security they could ever get. But you can't buy your way into Totsuki. You can only make it in if you deserve to be here. Even as a legacy student, I won't be getting any leg up in the exam. My grandfather and mother attended Totsuki, but I will make it in on my own merit. Neither of them were top of their class, and I won't be a notorious name either, but passing in itself is getting harder and harder as the graduation rate drops lower and lower. Stepping into the exam hall is already packed with people, so I'm stuck in the back. I can barely see the front of the room, but if I stand on my toes, I can see the edges of what seems to be a kitchenette. I guess we'll be cooking here then? I hate being in crowds. The voices all meld together. Usually it wouldn't be that bad because crowds tend to taste the same to me, but these people taste solidly metallic, like a silver spoon. I guess I can't judge them. I was also born with one. Synesthesia can be difficult, even though most see it as a blessing for a chef. Every sound I hear, I taste. Some will fade into water the more I hear them, others never do. Taste overrides itself, but my hearing overlaps. Oh my god. I can't speak. English major. English graduate. Distinction. Taste overrides itself, but my hearing overlaps with reality. I tried chewing gum to get rid of it, but I kept hearing bells. Instead, I just stay very hydrated. After slowly sipping my water bottle for about 10 minutes, the examiner finally enters the room. I cannot see who they are, but whispers quickly make their way back, and the crowd of mostly boys all push and shove to look at her. Oh my god, it's Erina Nakari. Aw man, this is gonna suck. Not 5 minutes ago, they were talking about how they were totally going to pass. Honestly, I know it'll be terrifying to have to serve her food, but being able to say the god tongue tasted your food at all will be pretty cool. Even if she rejects me. Everyone soon quiets as her voice, like Bolton Richunagi, echoes through the exam hall. All potential... Oh my god. What's her voice? Her voice is like Valley Girl, right? In the dub it is. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best. How do you do a Valley Girl voice? Like, oh my god. I'm sorry. This is gonna be bad. All potential transfers. I'll be overseeing your transfer exams today. My name is Erina Nakari. Alright, what is their assignment today? I guess it's not Valley Girl, it's just kind of like bitchy, you know? No offense to the voice actor, they did a wonderful job, but like, you know. Another voice, meeker but still steady, like a magic leek soup, or rather leek broth. Mild but subtly sweet. I'll read it now. First we will be administering a group interview so as to review your applications, but after that you will be asked to prepare 3 dishes. Those who proceed, she stops, but I'm not sure why. 3 dishes, so 3 opportunities to get it right, and 3 opportunities to fail. Seriously? Nakari says. She must have made a gesture or face that made her assistant or whoever that girl is stop reading. Alright then. Bring the cooking station here. Yes ma'am. Steps echo out as she rushes out to follow Nakari's order, and whispers consume the crowd. I cover my ears when the taste of stone and dust hit my mouth, the cooking station scraping unpleasantly along the floor as it's rolled in. They should really grease those wheels. They should grease those wheels or something. Your main ingredient will be eggs. Make me 1 proper dish. Those whose plate impresses me may transfer. All others will be forever banned from the academy. Nakari challenges, and everyone freaks out. Forever? Is she serious? Now, all of you, you have just 1 minute starting now to decide your fate. Now's your chance to give up and leave. I abstain. I'm out. With that boy's shout, the entire crowd starts a mass exodus. Fear, especially screaming, tastes so rotten, but I can't cover my ears because I'm too busy being slammed against a wall by the group of people fighting to get out. Oof, no one apologizes as they elbow and no one apologizes as they elbow or kick or shove me. I try to stay out of the way against the wall. Thankfully, I don't have anything delicate in my backpack. Unfortunately, all the blunt objects in there are digging into my back. Finally, it's just me, a red-haired boy, and the boy he's holding captive in the applicant pool. But that one too flees, so it's only us two, Nakari, and who I can now see is a purple-haired girl. But the girls don't look at us, they only seem to notice each other. As expected, a bunch of dimwits with no promise. This is a pointless exercise. These recruits are always a bunch of drooling monkeys, Nakri rudely says. How can she talk about people like that, especially one she's never spoken to? We've been in the room for all of 2 minutes, not to mention it's just entirely impolite. Is that all we have left on our schedule? I dust myself off from the stampede and fix my backpack on my shoulders. Yes, the purple-haired girl nods. Then I will be going to my room so I can work on a new dish. I slowly walk up to stand beside the red-haired boy. Do they seriously not notice us? Aw, what is it, Hisako? Your face says you want something. I want to note, this is how she talks in the anime. I'm trying to replicate how she talks in the anime, how I remember it. And I am not doing this on my own, of my own volition. Technically I am. You know. Hisako must be the purple-haired girl's name then. Huh? Nakari gets closer and grabs Hisako's chin, her thumb grazing the shorter girl's lip. I just, Hisako whimpers. What is going on? Are you trying to tell me you want the right to taste my food? I should say something, but this scene is just too appalling. How do you not notice 2 whole people? How do you start doing something straight out of some romantic film in front of those 2 whole people? I do, please. Aren't you a greedy little girl? Oh my god. This is I transcripted by hand. I transcripted the whole thing. That's canon. She says that. That poor voice actor. Oh lord. Aren't you a greedy little girl? I never wanted to know what sensuality did to Onagi. I wish I could unknow it. I need water. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Miss Arena. Well, okay, but not until we make our report. 0 candidates passed. Nakari smirks. She didn't even run the test. No one passed because no one took the test. Yet. Excuse me, the red-haired boy speaks. What a godsend. I don't think I could interrupt an intense scene like that. I feel like my face is on fire. So, I can just make whatever I want? He doesn't seem fazed. The girls finally separate, hands fully off of each other. Yes. So, you 2 are the only ones left. Nakari says. Yeah, looks like it. The red-haired boy assents, looking around the empty hall. Yes, I nod. I'm so uncomfortable right now. Then follow me. Nakari starts to walk away, so we follow her into a test kitchen where she tells us the assignment where she tells us the assignment once more. My face has finally cooled down at this point. So, as long as you incorporate the eggs, you're free to make whatever you like. But are you really sure you want to do this? It's still okay to quit, and she halts as the boy suddenly leans against her. What is he doing? They aren't friends, she's our examiner. Man, I was kind of worried, he sighs in relief. I was like, what if I flunk out without even getting to make anything? Hisako shouts and pushes him back. Get away from her! I narrowly avoid him being shoved into me. She scolds him. Do you know who you just touched? If he's applying here, he probably does. But if he touched her so casually, maybe he doesn't. Not really. It's understandable if he's ingratiated into the world of fine cuisine. The Nocturies are really only famous within the circle of high-end dining. But still, if he's applying to Tosuke, he should have known. The Nakaris run the school after all. This is none other than the top student in the middle school division and the youngest student in history ever seated at the table for the Council of 10. This is Aaron Nakari. Hisako presents Nakari again. But the red-haired boy got distracted, apparently. He is no longer standing behind me. Instead, he's rummaging through cabinets. Dude, I've only seen these on TV, he comments, holding up a knife to examine. You should really pay attention, I sigh. Nakari huffs and sternly asks him, Look, I will ask you again. Do you really intend on trying to take my exam? Well, he flicks the knife up and I step back. He threw it way too high for that to be safe. You just have to say it tastes good, right? He catches the knife in one fell swoop and grins. Then of course, let's do it. And you? Huh? Oh, yes, I would like to take your exam. I'll do my best. Hisako hands Nakari 2 files. Soma Yukihira? Your family runs a diner? She makes a face at that. What's wrong with his background? If anything, it shows he's more qualified than anyone who ran out of here screaming. I mean, I've served customers a few times, but that was years ago, before middle school. And Miyara Setsuko. Your family runs a bistro. How quaint. She clearly doesn't recognize my name, not that I expected her to. The business is under my dad's name, and I have my mom, since he's technically my stepfather. Still, regardless of her not knowing my family, she's being very rude to both Yukihira and I. It's really not befitting of someone in the Council of 10 or a supposedly impartial examiner. Well, you'll both have the honor of me tasting your food. I'm sure it will be a meal fit for a trucker. What did she just say? Even if it's just a bistro, it's still high quality food, and there are plenty of luxury diners, so how can she make such assumptions? She hasn't even tasted our food yet. I think I'd like to serve you a little specialty from my family shop. Yukihira looks rightfully intense as he takes off his school jacket and ties his headband around his head. His shoulders are set back, and his expression is far more serious than it has been so far. His voice is like yakitori. When he spoke casually, it tasted a bit sweet, but now it's deepened into a truly savory flavor. Coming right up. Just give me a few minutes. I need some water. Oh, thank God. I actually put my water behind my laptop. I thought for a second I didn't. Does this look okay when I'm holding my head like that? I look cute. I don't care. I'm gonna put that. That was a mistake. I'm gonna put that there for now. And hope that it didn't fuck up my voice. Jesus. I'll be serving one of our breakfast classics, for your pleasure. I set my backpack down, retrieving my chef's knives and my hair stick. I put my hair up, the flowering ornaments of the kanzashi click together as I move. I must have left my apron in my suitcase because I can't find it in my bag. I had to come here straight from the airport, so luckily I'm not wearing anything too fancy, just a linen skirt and a plain tee. I shouldn't get very dirty making this recipe anyways. At the empty station to Yukihira's right, I begin to prepare the dish. I start by preheating the oven, then work on thinly slicing some fresh tomatoes as narrow and uniform as I can. This will help them bake faster, turning them into sun-dried tomatoes on short notice. I keep them in the oven even as it preheats, to save time. I prep my herbs in a similar fashion, dicing them into small specks and grate some cheese to go along with it. By the time the oven finishes preheating, my tomatoes look just about done, so I take them out. While looking for my herbs, I had found some ingredients that surprised me, specialty products that you don't typically see in a pantry, but they'll work perfectly with this dish. After working a bit with those, I start on the main show, the eggs. I carefully separate the yolk and the whites. Why did I say it like that? After working a bit on those, I start on the main show, the eggs. The eggs. Oh my god, I can't say that word properly. Does that sound fine to you guys? Because I might just be in my head about it. I'm just gonna move on. I carefully separate the yolks and the whites into separate bowls, careful to keep even the two yolks from the eggs from combining. I whip the egg whites until they form stiff peaks like a meringue, then fold in my herbs, cheese, and tomatoes. I have to be careful doing so, otherwise I might overdo the egg whites. Putting the egg whites onto a pan, I make 2 even mounds, using my spoon to make a small well in the center of each. Then I put them back in the oven that I had preheated to 230 degrees Celsius. These descriptions are gonna get less specific as times go on. I promise. Actually, I don't promise that. But I don't know why I specified the temperature. After 3 minutes, I pull them back out and add the yolks into the wells, putting them back in to bake for another 3 minutes. In those short bursts of time, I do not sit idly, working on the final components for the plating. By the time my eggs are done, I've managed to make just enough for the 2 eggs I've made. I plate my dish and look over to Yukihira. He's still working on a few elements, so my dish will be judged first. Nakuri-san, your food is ready. Nakuri and Hisako come over and look at my dish. Cloud eggs. Please enjoy. Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna skip that. I said it twice. That's enough. They continue to inspect it as Nakuri lowers a fork for herself. These balls. Caviar? Boba, I correct. Nakuri pauses. Boba? You put boba on this plate? Yes. She makes a face, judging my dish before even giving it a chance. Ugh, I shouldn't even bother tasting this. She sighs, but she still takes a bite. She takes a bite. Her face shifts into surprise. What the? Miss Erina? Hisako questions, looking from Nakuri to the dish. What is this? She demands, slamming her fork down roughly. This is a revised breakfast item from the Miyara family bistro. Cloud eggs with popping green hot sauce boba. Huh? I saw that there was sodium alginate and calcium lactate in the pantry. I don't see those often, or really at all, unless my mother and I make popping boba. I mix the sodium alginate with the sriracha, then use the squeeze bottle to put them in a bowl of cold water and calcium lactate. When the sodium alginate and calcium lactate meet, they chemically react and create the thin shell around the liquid without affecting the inside. This creates the bursting effect once you take that first bite. To ensure the harmony of this dish, I hand-made the green hot sauce. I had chosen to use green hot sauce not only for its appetizing natural color, but also because it adds more of an umami taste into the dish. At the bistro, we serve our eggs with red and green sauce, but definitely not as boba, just as an optional dish on the side for customers to add at their leisure. Nakuri looks down at the dish, and she takes another bite. I'm surprised by that, honestly. I always heard that the god tongue could tell with just one bite, but I guess the popping boba must have surprised her and she couldn't get a clear read on the dish. Now that she is expecting the taste and the twist, her face is completely focused on her second bite. Harmony in all things is the essence of Miyara. Whether our cooking or our music or our lives, we live by this motto. Do right, and right will be done upon you. And I believe that is what I have served you. Did you enjoy your meal, Nakuri-san? It was... She sets down her fork. Fine. But definitely not up to Totsuke's standards. I'm sorry? You should be. It was an unspeakably plain dish to be served to the likes of the god tongue. She flips her hair behind one shoulder. Plain? How was it? My judgment is final. You fail. Clean up your station and leave. She walks away to observe Yukihira, who spares me a sympathetic glance while plating his own dish. I take a deep breath and start cleaning up my station. There's no point crying over this. I only came here because of my family's legacy. I didn't plan to attend Totsuki, so I shouldn't be upset that I'm not going to be. It was a last-minute decision anyways. I'll just go to a different academy. There are plenty of schools. I take out my kanzashi and tuck it safely back into my bag, letting my hair fall like a curtain around me. I really can't cry. Not here. Not as Yukihira serves his dish. Please enjoy number 8 on the Yukihira secret menu, transforming furikake rice, he says jovially. I rinse the bowls I had used for the boba, gently washing away the traces of the chemicals. How will I tell my parents? My grandmother? This is the work of an untrained amateur, Nakuri announces. It doesn't even make me hungry. My palate is such that I'm called the god tongue and only experienced extravagant nuanced dishes grace my dining table. I glance over. Did he really serve her scrambled eggs? Bold, but it's kind of lacking the rice part of transforming furikake rice, and the transforming part. Still no reason to berate him so cruelly. I am accustomed to refined worldly cuisine, something you cannot understand. Oh my god, my phone's on 5%. I'll be back. Okay, it's plugged in now. That's on me because I started this recording on 15%, but you know what? It's been 25 minutes and it's held on, so that's pretty good. Why did I do this? That's pretty good. Where was I? I am accustomed to refined worldly cuisine, something you cannot understand, demonstrated by you serving me something like this. The exam is over. She starts to walk away, Hisako chasing after her. Can she really just end it like that? At least she tasted my dish. Even if it's simple, she should at least taste his dish. He worked hard on it. But this dish hasn't transformed into its true form yet. That's a canon line, and every time I hear it, I'm just like, this isn't even my true form. You know? I had been about to clean my knives as Yukihira said that, and I looked over curiously as Nakari turned back. He unties his headband and wraps it around his wrist as he waits for her to respond. And what do you mean by that? He picks up the dish and tilts it so we can see inside. As the bright yellow egg shifts inside, a deeper amber color is revealed. Nakari and Hisako move closer and Yukihira smiles. Well, take a look. Well, take a look. The fun of furikake is when it's on top of rice. On top of rice, right? It's kind of the only way to enjoy furikake, as it's really just a way to describe a seasoning blend. While you could eat it on its own, especially when combined with egg like he's done, it's typically not the way you enjoy it. But then again, Totsuke students usually strive to be innovative and unusual. He reaches behind him and produces a bowl of rice. Now then, he pours the eggs on top. It's finished. I watch in amazement as from my distance it seems like the eggs melt into the rice, coating it. But it can't be the eggs, firstly because eggs don't do that, and secondly because the bright yellow remains intact. What is that amber substance? I will grant you this. I will go ahead and take a bite. 1. She stands in front of his station and when he snickers at her change of attitude, she snaps. Shut up and give me that bowl, you idiot. He tosses some chives into the bowl and hands it to her. Order up. I watch carefully as she judges his dish. It seems very creative and smells delicious too. So I hope she'll find it delicious. At least one of us should pass, right? She gasps in delight at the first bite, her body relaxing before she gasps again, sharply, and collects herself. It's like she's stopping herself from enjoying it. She collects another bite. Hang on now. She stops. Yukihira smirks smugly at her. Are you going in for a second bite? I thought I heard something about you only needing one. Is he seriously teasing her? Plus, that could just be a rumor anyways. Do not interrupt the gatong while she is at work. Do you understand me? I need silence. Nakari smacks the table angrily. I was just kidding. I was just kidding. Just relax and enjoy. He puts his hands to placate her. After her next bite, she speaks intensely. Nikogiri. Fish aspic. What? That can't be it. We've got a winner. Those little jiggly cubes are made from chicken wings. That makes a lot more sense. Nikogiri is meat or fish broth with lots of gelatin, so it hardens into a kind of jelly when cooled. I simmered the chicken wings in fish seasoning, sake, and mild soy sauce, chilled the broth to harden it, then sliced it all nice and fine. I've never heard of someone making chicken nikogiri. Oh, nikogori. I've been saying it wrong. Yeah, nikogori. Making chicken nikogori. Traditionally, it's made with fish or sometimes with beef. To take it in a new direction and as a way to elevate furikake rice is extremely innovative. I wonder how he came up with that. When it goes on top of rice, the broth from the chicken wings melts, binding it with the soft scrambled egg. He leans over the counter. Well, what you think, huh? Are you glad you didn't leave without trying it? I shake my head as I refocus on cleaning my knives. He's not doing his food any favors by teasing her. A point proved by Nakari's continued anger. Be quiet! I'm not finished judging. With originality and creativity, you can elevate even the most everyday dishes. That is the essence of Yukihira. Something that I believe is unprecedented happened. Nakari. She takes a third bite. She gasps, her knees tremble, and she falls against the counter, Hisako taking a step forward as if to catch her, and I set down my knives. You're right. I'm just a piddly low-life diner cook, and you may be the princess of the food world and possess the god tongue. But, if you just sit at the table playing the critic, you'll never grow in the kitchen. Know what I mean? Miss Erina? Nakari trembles against the counter, her back to me. What's going on? Is she going to faint? Nakari-san? I can't really tell what's going on, but she doesn't seem okay. Well, what do you say? Yukihira style for a kake rice? Yukihira doesn't seem concerned by the collapsed blonde, instead cockily asking, is it delicious or not? Say it. It's... Yukihira's smirk widens, as do my eyes. Did she enjoy his dish? Will she admit it? She must have. She nearly collapsed while tasting it. It's obvious that it's disgusting, she screams and rushes out. Of course she wouldn't admit it. What? Yukihira goes pale and stares after her. He stares down at his dish, looking despondent. You failed. Please clear your things and leave, Hisako says, and then chases after Nakari. Yukihira doesn't move. Are you okay, Yukihira-san? I approach it carefully. I approach him carefully. Oops. I told y'all I don't edit. I can't believe I failed, he says. Well, Totsuke is notorious for its near impossible standards. It might be for the best that neither of us passed, I say uncertainly. I also don't quite believe it. I thought for sure that when she took that second bite of my dish, that meant I would pass. But when she took the third bite of Yukihira's too, I thought he would be granted admission, but it seems like neither of us meet Totsuke's high bar. Yeah. For what it's worth, I thought your dish was very creative, I say, trying to cheer him up as I put my knives back into my backpack. Oh, thanks. I thought yours was cool too. I've never thought of using boba like that. Would you mind if I tried some? Please. I nod, and he takes a bite from the one that Nakari had tried. Whoa, he pauses. This is really good. I don't think it's plain at all. The reminder of Nakari's word jolts my heart a bit, but I smile nonetheless. Thank you, Yukihira-san. Could I try your dish? Yeah, sure. He starts to clean up his thing and collect his own bag as I do. The rice and the furikake. It comes together in a symphony like a choir of birds. No, of angels. I've never tasted anything that was so... It's just in such pure harmony, I mumble. Huh? Everything comes together so well. I've never tasted anything like it. I shake my head and put down my fork. It's hard to believe this dish doesn't meet Totsuke's standards. What must a dish from a student at Totsuke taste like that he didn't make the cut? Yeah, well, I don't think she was ever going to let us pass. Huh? She kept talking down about about our families just because we're not some rich, froofy snobs. Well, I don't think I'm a snob, but I am rich. I don't think I'll say anything, though. It's not like he's wrong. She judged us only on our transcripts and refused to like our food. Well, Yukihira's at least. She made it too obvious to hide. We walked out of the building together silently. So, how do you make those boba again? Sodium and lactate? No. I began explaining to him the process, but noticed the car my parents must have sent to pick me up. Our driver stood leaning against the door waiting. Oh, I have to go. I can't keep our driver waiting. He's a terrifyingly punctual person. I can already see him typing, probably texting my mother that he's picked me up. Yeah, sure. Why don't we exchange numbers? He asked casually, and I balk. We've known each other for all of a few minutes, and he wants my phone number? So you can just text me the recipe. I don't think I'd remember all of that anyways. He scratches the back of his head. It's fine. A boy asked for your phone number, but it's for culinary purposes, so it's okay. That's fine. I don't have a lot of social interaction with kids my age, so maybe I'm making this a bigger deal than it's worth. I probably am. I nod and give him my number. I offer him a ride to the train station, but he refuses. In the car, I prepare myself for my parents' disappointment. I'll have to call Oba-chan too. My phone chimes. Hey, this is Soma. Well, if I failed, at least I've come out of it with a friend. End of chapter 1. So I'll try to, I don't know. I think I'm gonna post this on AO3 under Haunted Fae, Avi. Um, so I'll probably put the recipe links on there if you want them. But I will give you the names of the sites. So I got the eggs and cloud recipe. Specifically, if you want to look up, it's eggs and clouds with sriracha caviar recipe by sidechef.com. And then for how to make sun-dried tomatoes, I use daringgourmet.com. And then finally, grannyrecipes.com is where I got the homemade popping boba. I would highly suggest all of these recipes because they were very clear and easy to read. Otherwise, I wouldn't have used them as a writing reference. I've never made these and I've never tried them either. And that goes for any dish that I'm writing about in anything other than like a grilled cheese. Because I can't cook and also I have difficulties with food. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the first chapter of this. If you did, tell me, please. Why was I doing that? Please tell me. Please. And yeah, I will see you in another video. I'll probably record the chapter 2 one today as well. So if I'm wearing the same outfit and my hair looks the same, it's not because I dress the same, because I don't know that I'd be able to do my hair exactly the same way anyways. But bye.